I think it's your life experience. I think it's your capacity to love, even in the face of dumb bitch after dumb bitch in your life. you come back, you take a fucking licking. You're like you're like the relationship Homer. Remember that episode where Homer can't get knocked out?
Yeah.
These whores try you, and you're still out there with an open heart, ready to give.
Yeah. I you know, I don't want to die alone, I guess. I guess I don't know if that makes me an expert.
I think it means you have a big heart, a beautiful big heart.
Yeah.
And you know, you have enough. You have things to offer to the people.
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
But obviously, we know each other very well, and a lot of the people in the chat are probably acquainted with you. Sorry, the mushrooms got me going. But
oh man, I want to do mushrooms now.
They rock, dude. I got to be honest with you.
Are you happier? You feeling happier after doing it?
I felt great yesterday, but once they wore off, it was like, fuck, I have to go back to this stupid fucking life, this stupid quarantine life. It almost was like I was out of jail for a little. I felt like Johnny Sack at his daughter's wedding. Now I'm at the part. Now I'm crying, dude. Today's the day where I'm crying. Yeah.
I did mushrooms a bunch of times, and I had many experiences where I convinced myself that everyone in my life hated me.
Yes.
And then you have to like fight your way out of that hole.
Of course.
Like, you know, and that happens a lot when you're on mushrooms. But yeah, I find LSD to be like euphoric.
Yeah.
Like I laugh a lot. It's a lot of fun.
I'm excited. I'm gonna hit some acid. I think it's been a while. I might not have done acid since my 30th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I
remember that day. That was great. We were doing poppers.
So great. We were doing poppers. That is true. So what would you say some of your greatest so the people can get an idea, for those who don't know you, Adam, what are some lows? What have you, because a guiding theme of this show is that taking L's, the path to dubs is L's, right? Yeah. Like you have to take a lot of losses and then so that and that's how you become invincible ultimately. So do you have anything you'd like to share? Do you have any, I
mean, that's pretty good advice, I guess. Wait, you like a massive L that I've taken?
Have you? Yeah. Do you have any like fun? Maybe some not as publicized ones. But do you have anything fun that felt horrible but that you've bounced back from since?
A fun L
that is fun. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I guess I'm constantly taking L's in my life. And most of the time, in my opinion, it's not my fault. So I don't know if that means I'm learning anything from it.
Interesting. I love it. You're not learning anything.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I guess... yeah, I mean, I think in 4 years of broadcasting on Cumtown, I think I've probably
as a professional broadcaster, I
probably cycled through probably every single L I've ever taken.
Interesting.
And then some have come
sure, some have come out
in the press,
in the press, on the forums, on the various forums.
But yeah, I guess I don't know. I think beyond what you were saying about taking L's leads you to. I think that just like if you're a pussy getting savage too young, you don't develop you don't have to develop a personality.
Right.
And
yes,
that's like why, I found out that I could be funny,
right,
and make girls laugh. But I wouldn't have done that if they were sucking me off left and right.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, to also give you some credit, you were smart and you moved even before you had anything going on in your life. You were getting sucked off a lot here because
I was talking about this the other day. That I remember when I was a loser.
Right.
When I had nothing. I was getting
failing. On the path back to realizing
with my parents.
Yeah, on the path on the road to realizing your dreams were stupid. you were getting so much pussy.
Which they were.
Yeah.
What I figured out, I had about $1,200 left.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I figured out that I could cook a date dinner. Right. And I think I whittled it down by the end to like $11.50.
Respect. What do we have in there?
Ingredients. I made I'm
gonna guess it's rice based.
Yeah, I made like a Japanese.
Right.
I did that, and then I did a lot of rice, but I made like a Japanese what's it called, yakisoba.
So noodles, yes.
Noodles, and then I would put in tofu, and I would also steal a lot.
Yes.
But I found that was because girls would think, oh wow, that guy's like he's making me dinner.
He's cooking for me.
Wow, he's cooking for me.
Right.
But in reality, I was just too cheap to go out to a restaurant.
Absolutely. He's saving himself the embarrassment of ordering a salad, an appetizer. You're like, for my dinner, I'll have the side salad.
Exactly.
You know how in a salad you can add a piece of chicken breast for $2? Can I have that $2 piece of chicken breast? That's what I like.
Just the slices.
Yeah. No, I don't want the salad.
I don't want the salad. And then I also used to make a spaghetti bolognese. And then later on, I found out that it was like a little... I didn't realize at the time, but I was making it with ground turkey, because it was cheaper.
Very nice.
And then the tryptophan, I don't know. It's
too sleepy. Are you
don't want to make... That's a little Cosby. It's a little...
That's the thing. You invite a girl over to have
it with turkey.
You're like, let's go to the Ren Fair. You know what? I hit the Ren Fair up. I just got 8 big turkey legs. Why don't you eat them all in front of me while I watch?
That's what those guys are doing. They're getting their wenches stuffed with turkey so that they can get them to doze off. That is the Spanish.
Doth the lady want a little nap after the turkey leg? The meat in the turkey leg. Milady must be tired. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Actually, just asking you that question, I remember a big L that I took that I might have talked about on the show, but there was a girl who, like, we would I would see her, we would talk on the phone, nights and weekends, of course, back before you could just use your phone whenever. And we would talk all the time, and then I would go, I made out with her one time, and then she was like, I want you to be my boyfriend. And I was like, awesome, that's great. And then she called me literally the next day after she was like, I want a date. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And I had to slide her up in the top 8. This is the MySpace days.
Oh, damn.
So she gets skyrockets. She goes from the bottom, the number 5 slot, all the way up to, I want to say 3.
Yeah.
She's in the top 4 now. And the next day she calls me and she's like, I accidentally got fingered last night. It's like,
I hate
she's like,
women.
Whoops. And I was like, okay, but you better, if it happens at least 2 more times, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna need to run a
rape kit.
Yeah. She hit me with the accidentally. Wonder what she's up to.
That reminded me, I got one.
Yeah, hit us with one.
Before I ever got my penis touched, I was at summer camp. And I was making out heavy with a girl 9th grade, 8th grade going into 9th grade.
Wow.
But
nice.
my pubes were
longer than your dick.
Few did not exist.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there was a couple. I would comb them. I would
Yeah, you're like an 80-year-old man hanging onto his hairline, trying to make it look like your dick your balls have hair.
And I was so embarrassed about not having a nice bush that we were that I lay on my stomach, right? We were making out, and I was on my stomach, and she was next to me, and she kept trying to put her hand down my pants, and I just kept lying on my stomach.
Oh my god!
So as not to get found out about not having
a bush, you didn't get your dick touched. Wow.
Which, after the fact, I told my friends, they're you are the biggest.
You should. What you should have done? You should have said you shave.
Oh my God, I should have.
That would have been perfect.
I should have. And I didn't have like another chance for like another, I think,
Next summer
2
camp.
years.
Yeah.
No, I think it was like longer than that.
Wow.
And it was just living with that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's the worst.
Fucking piece of shit.
That's the worst. I remember that happened to me where I was like, I finally saw tits. I was at a party, and it was like these 3 white trash girls and like 4 loser Greek guys, and I caught a ride with them. And I'm the only one getting it going. And me, and like clearly these Greek guys, they were my ride, and they wanted to fuck the white trash girls. And I'm upstairs in the girls' room, and I'm sucking titty. First time in my life, I'm sucking tits. I'm about to get my dick sucked. And then one of the white trash girls goes, Greg just left. And I was like, what? He's like my ride back to fucking Baltimore. We're in like, whatever, Baltimore County. And I had to just fucking leave. I had to not get my dick sucked, not fuck because I couldn't get home.
What year was that?
This is probably 10th or 11th grade. So I have no way to get home. And again, it was the same thing for me where I was like, I should have just called my dad and been like, look, I could have either gotten a ride home or gotten pussy. And my stupid Greek father would have been like, you did the right thing calling me, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I could have figured it out. But in the moment, I'm panicking.
My dad, my senior year, I had an AP exam the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get pussy.
Respect.
So I had him drive me to a study group.
Nice.
Because I didn't have a car at the time.
Hell yeah.
And then he saw the girl open the door. And then he just drove off. And I called him after that. And I was like, can I get a ride home? We're done studying. And he's like, there were no cars parked around the house. I saw the girl open the door. And I was like, we were studying. And he was like, well, at least did you get your surfboard waxed? That's what he said.
Your surfboard
Yeah,
waxed?
he's like, did you get your surfboard waxed? And I was like, I don't know how to answer that. And then he was like, you can walk. And I had to walk like an hour home. Yeah.
Wow, what a hater.
What a prick. Yeah.
Come on, I'm getting my surfboard waxed, you fucking piece of shit. Damn,
should be
jealous.
proud of me.
Jealous that you were getting pussy.
Absolute jealous.